Everywhere I go, people ask me, Gideon, what is the best place in the world? What's the best place in the world? And they would expect me to say it's where I was born and raised. Yes, that's a beautiful part of the world, but I got some reservations. And every now and then, people ask me, Gideon, what's the best place in America to live? You've lived in a number of places. And they expect me to say some of the places where I've lived, like Orlando, like Oregon. And fair enough, those places are beautiful. But I'm sorry, I still have another place that I still have very, very high respects for because it is so beautiful. And yes, if you don't like snow, it is often snow covered. Okay. But if you think about snow from a second dimension, without snow, you don't have water. When you have snow, you have water. So today, I am inviting into the Story Warrior channel this virtual fireside that we invite people from all backgrounds, an amazing, amazing friend and professional who knows a lot about the Truckee, the Tahoe region of the United States. Hello, if you are living in Europe, if you're living in Asia, if you're living in Africa, you make a lot of money, you don't know where to buy your first home or second home. This lady, Madame Carmen Carr, will tell you where to invest that money. The best location to buy a home in America is where? Carmen, tell me.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the opportunity. The best location to purchase a home in America. It is Truckee and Lake Tahoe, California, Nevada. I didn't know,
Wow.
Gideon, but do you know that actually the state line between California and Nevada goes straight through Lake Tahoe?
I think I knew that when I lived in that area. It
Yep.
cuts across. But who benefits more? Is it California side or Nevada side? Who got a bigger portion of the lake?
It's fairly equal. Yeah.
Really?
And there's
Interesting.
not a bad place around Lake Tahoe. So
No.
therefore, I think it's equal for both Californians and Nevadans. I'm a
Okay.
little biased because I love California.
Okay. I love Nevada. I went to school in Nevada. And I think when I first met you, I was living in the valley in Nevada. You lived on top of the mountain. And every now and then, we drive out and we go see Lake Tahoe. It's deep blue, pristine
Yes,
waters.
it
It's completely
is.
different from anything I've seen anywhere else. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's why I decided to put this title as the best place in the world or in America to buy a home. And I believe you've been involved in the industry that helps people to find homes for quite some time. Tell us about your profession, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. I'm a local real estate agent in Truckee and Lake Tahoe. I've been in real estate since 2002. So I've
2002.
seen,
That's quite a while
yes,
before I was born. Okay.
it
All
was
right.
it was just yesterday, honestly.
Okay, I'm just joking.
Time
2002.
flies.
So you know the ins and outs of Truckee area. Is that what you're
Mhm.
saying?
And I've
Wow.
seen the real estate market evolve the same way that Truckee has evolved, Lake Tahoe has evolved, and its visitors have evolved as well. Our
Wow.
close proximity both to the Reno airport as well as to the San Francisco airport makes
Mhm.
this area very accessible for
Mm.
visitors, for second homeowners.
Yes.
People love to purchase a home up here because we have so much to offer. It's an
Yes.
amazing lifestyle. It's not just about the home,
Mhm.
it's truly about the lifestyle. That's what I always tell my clients.
Very interesting. Before we get to the lifestyle, the reason I also thought this was important is because I'm connected to some people who make a lot of money. And they're asking themselves, why should I buy my second home? Why should I buy my third home, my fourth home, my fifth home? And I wanted to give them an opportunity to get to learn about a place where they can put their money and put in a place that is safe between California and Nevada. I don't think you can go wrong. And you can't go wrong when it's overlooking the massive Lake Tahoe. So, in terms of lifestyle, can you paint a picture of the lifestyle of those of you who are wealthy enough or fortunate enough, privileged enough to have a home around the lake?
Absolutely. I mean, Lake Tahoe has so many different hidden secrets. We can be in Tahoe City, that is a little bit more centrally located. It's the beginning of the north end of Lake Tahoe. From Tahoe City, you also can access the west side of Lake Tahoe, where you see these really high, tall mountains. Mount
Hmm.
Talac is one of the tallest mountains surrounding Lake
Hmm.
Tahoe. So you have so much accessibility to hiking,
Mm.
biking, swimming, all types of water sports. Right
Mm.
now, the water sports are really popular in the summertime. And
Yes.
the hiking, the biking. In the wintertime, there is a plethora of outdoor activities to choose from as well. From
Yes.
snowshoeing, where you can just go into the off the beaten path and
Yes.
explore the backcountry, to
Yes.
cross country skiing in a cross country ski area. Tahoe City offers a cross country ski area. Truckee has Tahoe Donna cross country. Plus, on Donna Summit, we have one of the world renowned Royal Gorge cross country ski centers. And
Wow.
then we get to the downhill skiing. We have Palisades at Tahoe. We have Heavenly. We have
Mm.
North Star. We have Homewood. We have Diamond Peak.
Hmm.
It's so many wonderful resorts to choose from where you
Wow.
can get elevation quickly and
Hmm.
have super, super fun skiing down.
Wow. It blows my mind away. Hiking, biking. I didn't hear kayaking. I think kayaking it's one of my favorites. And let me just check with Alexa. Alexa, what's the temperature now in Dallas?
Right now, it's 92 degrees Fahrenheit.
92 degrees. I could benefit from some hiking. It could help me to be in water, but at 92 degrees, it's probably going to get up to 100. I don't think that I'll be very excited to be out there. What's the temperature around Lake Tahoe or in Truckee, California today, if you don't mind? Because that's going to help people have a little perspective for those who are looking for second homes. And they're thinking, you know what? I don't want to be spending summers in a place that is literally scorching at 115, 113, and 100. That's why I think a place like yours is very, very unique and it's a good escape during summer. What's your temperature up there now?
Right now, it's 68 degrees. During the
Wow.
night, the temperatures cool down and then they warm back up during the day. Today, it's supposed to be going up to 76, which is actually cool.
Hmm.
Next week, it's going to be closer into 82, 84.
Hmm.
But they're very, very comfortable temperatures. Also, our climate is very dry, so the heat is a lot more sustainable versus
Oh,
a humid
yes.
heat where there's so much humidity, which adds another totally other layer to the climate and to your experience. And we have all these amazing mountain lakes that you can just jump into. In Truckee, we have Donna Lake, which has 7 mile circumference, has 21 public piers to enjoy for anybody who comes to visit to
Wow.
enjoy access
Yes.
Donna Lake. And
Donald
then
Lake.
from Truckee, Lake Tahoe is only 30 minutes away.
Okay. I like Donald Lake, but the history of Donald Lake doesn't excite me. Can I, if I don't like Donald Lake, are there some other lakes or can I also jump into Lake Tahoe? Is it
Absolutely,
allowed?
you can
Is it
jump.
allowed? You can.
Absolutely. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, there are
Okay.
lots of public beaches at Lake Tahoe as well. There's actually the east shore of Lake Tahoe offers an amazing opportunity to explore the edge of Lake Tahoe
Mm.
without any communities around. You park up on the highway and you hike down and you
Mhm.
get to some really secret beaches down there with some nice privacy, exclusivity. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fantastic.
Okay. So because you said on one side is California, on the other side is Nevada, take a deep breath because I know Nevada. Does that mean there are a lot of casinos on the Nevada side? And if so, are they as sinful as Las Vegas?
There are casinos on the South Lake Tahoe side of Lake Tahoe, which there are probably 10 casinos down there. And we have one casino in the Incline Village area of Lake Tahoe.
Mm,
That is
mm,
pretty much it. It is
Okay.
nothing like Las Vegas, I promise you. Yet,
Okay.
it's still a casino that gives you the opportunity to
Mhm.
win
A lot of
or
money.
lose.
Win or lose. Okay, thank you. Thanks for saying that. Win or lose. It's not just win, win, win. Don't get excited by the winning. You could also lose. So be
Yep,
thoughtful about that. But let's
yep.
go back to the real estate market in that area. How is the real estate market in this very alpine, high elevation, high altitude environment around Lake Tahoe different from other environments where people could say, you know what? Getting my second home in Florida. Florida too is cool, but a little bit too warm. Let's say in other cooler places like Missouri, Ohio. For the people that tend to migrate during summers, why
Hmm.
is Tahoe and Truckee so unique in terms of real estate?
First of all, it's very accessible.
Okay,
Again,
accessibility. Yeah.
we have the Reno airport, which is
Mhm.
only 45 minutes away.
Oh,
We have
45
the
minutes.
San Francisco airport that's only 3 hours away. So we
Okay.
also call our feeder market is Southern California, it's Northern California, it's San Francisco, East Bay, Marin, Napa Valley,
Mm,
because it's only a 3 to 4 hour drive from those areas to come escape the heat and
mhm,
enjoy some cooler temperatures and some amazing outdoor activities at Lake
mhm.
Tahoe.
Okay. Okay.
While when you want to escape Florida, that might be a little hot, or you might want to escape New Mexico or any other states where it gets uncomfortable temperature
Mhm.
wise during the
Yes.
summertime, you can come out here. And in the
Mm,
wintertime, we have some amazing mountains to ski on. Yes, you
mm.
have Colorado. They have also a plethora of opportunities to ski. But California is super accessible. What makes California or Lake Tahoe so desirable is its close proximity to the ocean
Oh, I see.
and having the mountains. While
Mm.
Colorado is very landlocked,
Yes, without a doubt.
right? So that is a huge benefit of Lake Tahoe. A quick drive down to Southern California, a quick drive west to San Francisco, north to Oregon coast is amazing. So
Mm.
I really truly believe California Lake Tahoe has that unique offering of immediate accessibility,
Mhm.
quick flights, short flights, direct flights to enjoy
Mm.
your second home, to enjoy the outdoor activities, to enjoy the lifestyle. And there's some amazing investment opportunities to be had in our area. And I would love
Okay.
to share those with anybody who is interested, who is a smart investor who's looking, where can I grow my portfolio?
Mm. That's very important because it's important to spread your risk. Maybe some people have over invested in the
Mhm.
eastern part of America. Maybe some people have over invested in the Texas panhandle of Texas area leading towards Florida and so on. And they want to spread their risk. This is a good opportunity. But some people may say distance. But I also know that distance is not an issue because when I lived around Reno, I used to have friends fly in from, believe it or not, from Europe to come and ski around the Tahoe. I was initially shocked, but then he said to me, relax, relax. I'm not alone. It's a lot of us that come from Europe yearly to ski around here. So I thought, man, that's a big deal. And my one regret is I did not learn to ski when I lived around Lake Tahoe. And I had several opportunities to learn that. I did not learn it. So I have to make time and go back and learn it. But for those who are not skiers, what other activities can they benefit from in the winter time when I know that you have quite a bit of snow in that area? What else can they benefit from other than skiing?
So one of the reasons why Europeans travel to our area for skiing is because of the consistent the condition of the snow, the snow
Mm,
conditions. We have some
mm,
amazing powder
mhm.
because of
Oh.
our temperature, because of our climate, and in the
Mhm,
springtime we have amazing corn snow, which is very
Mm.
desirable for spring skiing. That
I
attracts a
see.
lot of skiers, especially from the East Coast
I
and
see.
from Europe, to come and enjoy our mountains and our ski resorts. If you're
Wow.
not a skier, not to worry. There are so many activities you can do. Snowshoeing is a
Mm.
super fun activity. You put some
Snowshoeing.
snowshoes on the bottom of your shoes.
Yeah.
That makes you, gives you some traction on top of the snow. And
Yeah.
it's hiking in the snow. And you can go at your own pace. You can be a
Mm.
fast snowshoer, or you can be a relaxed snowshoer. Some people even run in the snow and have specific snowshoes for running in the snow for training.
I can
And then
definitely do
there's the cross country skiing opportunity too. You can be an active, very active skate skier where you need some endurance, or
that.
you
Hmm.
can be a more relaxed, enjoying the surroundings with
Hmm.
striding and parallel cross country skiing. That is also an
Wow.
option.
Wow.
There are
I
also opportunities to rent a snowmobile. If you're looking for some exciting
Mhm.
adventures, backcountry adventures, you can hire a snowmobile.
That might be a little bit a bridge too far for me, but I sure can try running in snow. I don't mind that. I think that would be cool, but a snowmobile might be a bridge too far for me. But who knows who is watching this? We got people who are watching this from all parts of America and even Asia, where I spend a lot of time. So I am
Fantastic.
basically just bringing this as a utility to people who are looking for information, for ideas, and they'll be wondering, who should I talk to? Who can I talk to? Now they know they can talk to Madame Carmen Carl. Come and tell us, when it comes to prices, are your prices as high up as your elevation? Getting a price, getting a home, whether it's a first time or second time home around the Lake Tahoe area. Are the prices as high as the altitude?
It really depends, right? What you compare it to. A
Okay.
single family home entry level, you can obtain a single family home at entry level right now at 688,000
Mm. Yeah.
around the Lake Tahoe area.
Yes.
And then there is just no limits going
Mm.
upwards, reaching some higher elevations. There are really no. If you purchase a lakefront on the north side of Lake Tahoe, you need to consider, investing 5 million plus.
Okay.
When you get down to the East Shore, you can have the opportunity to acquire some private estates at 20 million. It
Okay.
really, there's something for everybody. That's really what it is. There's something for everybody. If
Okay.
you're more of a conservative investor, we can even get you into a condominium around the Lake Tahoe area for 500,000.
Very interesting. I'm glad to hear that because for a long time I thought, oh, Lake Tahoe area, it's only for the very ultra rich. But you're saying that there's something for everybody. They can even go for condos. I never heard about that before. Now that's some good news for people that be like, I don't want to have a single family home in that area, but I
Mhm.
prefer a condo. So talk to us about some of the ways that you can get to help people who are looking for mid-sized homes, whether single family or it's condos. What kind of services do you provide with all your experience to help those who are far away to ease into that market?
Absolutely. So the way I would start our conversation is by having a Zoom call if they can't travel out here. I would have a buyer's consultation, trying to find out what they're looking to achieve and how I can best support them. I
Mm,
always love supporting my clients in fulfilling their dreams. If
mhm,
it's a dream of my clients who are looking to invest in the Lake Tahoe area, I want to make sure that I provide the experience, the knowledge for them to make
mhm.
a very smart and good investment that
Right.
has also gives them some ROI on their investment,
Yes.
which
Yes.
is the bottom line.
Absolutely.
If it's an investor who looks to get into the market to just kind of like tiptoe into the market to explore and is not seeking to do much maintenance, a condo or a townhouse in an HOA might be
Mhm.
a really good start.
Mm,
That way, the maintenance is included in the monthly HOA dues. So you
Yes.
don't have to worry about coming here and maintain the exterior of your home,
Yes.
while you can enjoy the amazing scenery and area. And you can come even for the weekend.
Yes.
Flights into Reno are very, very reasonable, so you can come and enjoy for the weekend. And that might be the stepping stone, which
Yeah.
I've assisted many clients. They invested into a condo to just be on the safe side and have quickly upgraded into a single family home
Mm.
because they realized how much they enjoy the area and how much of a gain they have had with their first investment, and they were seeking to you know uh, actually make more of an opportunity,
Yep.
increase their gain. So
Yes.
there's no limit upward.
Interesting. So, with respect to regulations in the Tahoe area, of course, it's California on one side, it's Nevada on the other side. Tell us, for those who are more investment conscious, can they acquire property, turn around, and put it as an Airbnb? Is that allowed in that area, or is forbidden?
So there is a short-term rental, Airbnb. Short-term rental is defined as 30 days or less. If you
Okay.
rent your property for 30 days or less, it's considered short-term rental. So
Mhm.
there are a couple of different counties around Lake Tahoe. We have Placer County, we have El Dorado County, and we have Washoe County. All of them have a little slightly different regulations, but currently in Placer County, there is a waiting list to obtain a short-term rental permit. But it's usually, I would say, just to be on the safe side, 6 months to 1 year, you would
Mhm.
want to allow to obtain a short-term rental permit. In the
Okay.
Truckee area, it's a little bit different. We're under jurisdiction of Nevada County as well as the town of Truckee.
Mhm.
And there, when you purchase a home there, for the first year of ownership, you cannot apply for a short-term rental permit. They really want to test your commitment
Yes.
and make sure your financial strength
Mhm.
before they open it up to short-term rentals. Then
Mhm.
you apply for a short-term rental permit and there's a waiting list. So I
Mhm.
always suggest to my clients, please budget for 2 years of not being able to short-term rent it.
Mhm.
Yet you can long-term rent it. Anything over 30 days is considered a long-term rental. And some of these properties are very desirable for ski leases, we call it. And
Mhm.
that is opening up your home to avid skiers who are seeking to obtain or to reserve a
Mhm.
home for the whole
Yes.
winter season. It starts in
Wow.
November and it ends in April or any time frame in between, where they're
Okay.
saying, I'm going to rent this house for the next 4 months at a very, very committed price
Mhm.
point,
Yeah.
and they pay upfront.
Yes. Wow. And is that mostly from those that are the skiers that are locals or international, or it really doesn't matter?
It really doesn't matter. It's mostly people who can access it rather often
I see.
because it is over a few months. So you want to come at least twice or 3 times a
Mhm.
month to
Yeah.
really utilize the property.
Yeah.
And that is oftentimes people who are located in the Bay Area, East Bay, Marin,
Okay.
Napa, even Southern California or Monterey. They
Mhm.
they obtain or secure a ski lease up here. Also, with the flexibility of working remotely,
Mhm.
you can
Okay.
probably enjoy the home for a couple of days a week
Mm.
without having to travel home to your primary or to your work area.
Yes. That's definitely, I've seen some of the most beautiful homes around Lake Tahoe, without a doubt. They're so beautiful and they're so different from architecture everywhere else. Can you talk to us a little bit about the architecture around Lake Tahoe? Because I think that is distinctly different from what we may see here, down here in Texas, or in the Missouris, the Ohio's, the Carolinas, and the Floridas. The architecture is sort of different. Are you able to talk about that?
Absolutely. We do have usually, this area Lake Tahoe was developed in the 50s, 40s, and 50s. So
Mhm.
we have the old style Lake Tahoe cabins
Mhm.
where people didn't even think that they were able to access this area in the summertime. So
Okay.
some of them are rather rustic, smaller
Okay.
cabins, smaller windows for
Mhm.
efficiency. most of them have been significantly remodeled. So we
Mm,
have more of the log cabins, the mountainous, lodgy looking cabins. People love
mm,
coming up here and have a cabin. They have
mm.
the house, like a primary house that is more of an edgy
Yes.
design in
Yeah.
as their primary home, and they're looking to escape into this cabin feel. Yet,
Mm,
over the last couple of years, we've had the combination of the mountain modern, which has
hmm.
been a combination of the mountain cabinet look with a very edgy modern design. And that
Okay.
has become very, very desirable and popular among our buyers.
Wow. Wow. Is that predominantly wood? Is that predominantly brick? Is that predominantly what? Paint us a little picture, because I know from what you're saying, they're very beautiful, but I can't even describe them. I don't even have the words.
Yeah, so the cabins are mostly wood, a
Okay.
lot of wood paneling, vaulted wood ceilings, wood siding,
Hmm.
wooden decks, a lot of wood to just
Yeah.
give you that cabinet feel. And they have fireplaces or they have wood stoves where you bring in the wood and you burn it, and it just
Wow.
has that amazingly inviting and cozy feel.
Makes
The
you feel
mountain,
like you're back in the last century, and it makes you feel grounded, right? You're connected to
yeah,
nature.
and it's cozy,
Yes.
right? You feel comforted,
Yes.
especially when you come in from a long day of skiing, you're chilled, you're
Yep.
exhausted. All
Yep.
you want to do is curl up in front of a fire with a
Yes.
cup of hot chocolate and
Uh-oh.
relax and
For those who
reflect.
like chocolate. Okay. So maybe coffee, some maybe vodka, maybe some, maybe who knows what. Maybe they're coming from Kentucky, they come with a big bottle of bourbon. Who knows what they got in their pockets, in their bags, in their travel bags. I have no idea about that. I have no control over what people drink, but I have control over what we talk about here on this channel. Come and tell me, the mountain model sounds very unique. I've not heard about that mountain model of construction.
Mountain modern, modern,
Mountain model. Okay.
modern.
How does it look like?
So there in that construction, there's a lot of steel involved and
Mm,
a lot of glass.
I
A
see. I see.
combination of glass
Mm,
and the steel accented with
mm,
clean lines and wood beams that are not rustic. They're really, really clean,
mm.
sanded wood and
Mhm.
darker finishes often. So that
Okay.
combination between the glass, the steel, and the wood defines mountain modern.
I see. Mountain
Yeah.
modern. Okay.
hmm hmm
Uh, what about safety? Okay. Now, you may think, oh, Gideon, here you go with a got you question. What about safety? I know that living on mountains, it's cool, but it can also be bizarre if you have some of your neighbors are bears. They want to come by and say, hey, can I have a little food? Can I have a little something? I've heard some stories about people who up on Tahoe who have had their neighbors, the bears, come in at night and say, hey, I need you. I saw you drinking chocolate this afternoon when you came back from skiing. Can I have some chocolate? Is it true that the bears are still very well alive on the Mount Tahoe, and they're not sometimes very good neighbors? Is that true?
I mean, it's true. We do have bears, right? We live
Yeah.
in the mountains. We live
Yeah.
in the backcountry, but
Mm.
it's also being bear smart. I've
Okay.
lived in this area since 1986. I've
Oh,
never
86.
had a bear get near my house, near my car, never,
Okay.
because I'm bear
How do you do
smart.
that? How can you become best smart? You have
So
pepper
you do
spray
not,
all over your car,
no,
pepper spray
no,
in front of
no,
your
no,
house.
not at all. No,
Okay.
no, you just are not foolish and leave anything in your car that's edible, that smells, not
Mm.
no toothpaste, no chapstick, nothing. You move everything out of your car. Don't leave any
Mm.
dog treats in your car. Don't leave any chocolate in your car. Don't take the garbage out while, don't take the garbage out on Monday night when garbage pickup is not until Tuesday morning. The garbage
Oh.
most likely smells. That attracts bears.
Oh.
Don't bake chocolate chip cookies and have chocolate chip
Chip
cookies
cookies. All right. Sound
and
like
have all
somebody
your
who.
windows and have all your
Okay.
windows and front doors open so the whole neighborhood can smell it.
Okay, 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 okay. Honestly, I've never heard about this bear smart thing at all. This is very interesting because we went to Spokane to hike during the
Mhm.
heart of the pandemic, and we were
Mhm.
not very bear smart. Some of what you're saying, we were doing the exact opposite of that. We had nice, fragrant items in our bags and we're carrying them all over the place. And yet, all along, we were being told, guys, be very watchful. This mountain is not your place. This mountain belongs to the bears. So,
Yeah.
being bear smart would reduce the incidents with bears, or are there other things to be concerned about with respect to safety other than bears? The raccoons, and I mean, nobody's
I mean,
afraid of
you
raccoons.
have raccoons, but the raccoons are not into humans. The same thing with the bear. The bear is
Okay,
not interested in a human. They're just interested in food. The
food.
same thing
Okay,
with coyotes. If you have a small dog and you go hiking, sometimes you got to be conscientious about the coyotes. But they're
okay.
again, they're not interested in humans whatsoever. I think you just got to be mountain smart. I
Mhm.
lead a monthly hiking group, and one of my hikers, she hikes by herself quite often, and she has like a whistle with her and a
Okay,
little bell. So she
yeah.
puts a bell onto her backpack that just jingles, which keeps
So,
her, which alerts any critters around that she's on the trail. So they're not startled, because the last thing you want to do is startle a wild animal, right? Because then they react and they come, they act out of defense. That
mm,
is the main thing. You do not want to startle them.
so that person has a whistle. Is that for defense, or is that for what is the purpose? Just in case something happens, you can call people's attention. Because I'm thinking, if I come there with my vuvuzela and I bring it out, and would they be coming after me, or would they be what would happen? Because I go everywhere with my vuvuzela. So will I be safe?
That's good. You can't be safe. You still got to be smart.
Okay. All right. For all the story warriors that are following this channel, whether you're on the East Coast, on the West Coast, in the middle belt of America, please, if you go to Lake Tahoe, whether it's your primary home, your secondary home, please be bear smart. That's what Carmen is telling us. And if you
Yes.
have your vuvuzela, please keep it at home. Don't take it along, because it might call unnecessary attention. And the bears will come and say, "Why are you calling us? Why are you inviting us?" Okay.
You're
Okay.
hilarious.
Let's go back to some serious stuff. So, Carmen, let's say somebody lives out of state, and this might be a dumb question. They find they should they finance with uh California-based banks, or they could bring their own financing from anywhere across the country to
They can bring
acquire a
their
home?
financing from anywhere across the country. I always, suggest using a local
Mhm.
lender, mortgage broker, just due to the
Mhm.
fact they know the area, they know the ins and outs, they're familiar with the HOAs, they're familiar with what else needs to be wrapped into the loan, they're
Mhm.
familiar with the Cal Fair plans when it comes to homeowner insurance. That might
Mhm.
be a foreign topic to an out of state lender. So
Yes.
therefore, I strongly recommend that you use a local lender, but of course it's not required, because oftentimes the buyers have a very long standing relationship with their mortgage broker. They already have all their items on file that are required. And I would work closely with that lender and educate them all about the ins and outs about purchasing property here in our area when it comes to the
Okay.
HOAs or fire safe or all of that.
Yes. Talk about fire safety. California is reputable for many great things. But when it comes to fire, it doesn't seem to have the best fire record in the world. How is fire safety around the Lake Tahoe area for those who may be considering, having a second home there?
Again, it's all about being fire smart.
Mm,
The local fire departments require that you keep the area around your house very fire smart. It's called
mm,
defensible space. The fire
okay.
department comes around and said you need to rake the pine needles, you need to trim your trees, because
Mhm,
you don't want to have like a fire ladder. If there's a ground fire, we don't want to have a fire ladder to easily catch the
yes.
trees on fire. So there are
Yes.
a lot of fire precautions that you can take, again, being fire safe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what it comes down to. If we're all very wide open
Mm-hmm.
about what it takes to be fire safe and don't
Yes.
make any foolish decisions
Decisions.
of having
Yeah.
a campfire and don't put the fire out, or throwing out a cigarette
Right.
butt. All of those little things,
Mm-hmm.
don't do it. Think about
Okay.
it twice. It could
Okay.
cause such a disaster.
Devastation
It would be
around the whole
very,
place.
very unfortunate that such a simple decision
Yes.
could have such a large impact. But in regards to your homes, the fire department is very, very, very much involved to make sure that we keep our homes fire safe and that it's
Mm.
not just me doing it, my neighbors are doing it as well.
Okay, so they're very proactive. The fire department
Yes.
reaches out to
Mhm,
new home buyers, new home owners,
mhm,
and
mhm,
educates them on what is defensible space. Because if you tell people in some parts of the world what's defensible space, they're like, I have no idea. They
mhm,
have no clue what that is. I have a little bit of knowledge of that because I've lived uh, close to that area. I've studied about the geography and the environment in the West, but for some people, they have no idea what's defensible space. Now, the other thing I wanted us to talk about is Lake Tahoe holds such a huge significance in in the communities around the lake. And there's some years there's a lot of snowfall, and some years I think it was like a snow drought,
mhm.
and there were serious concerns about where do we have water? Are we going to have enough water? There were serious concerns. Now, for those who are not used to maybe living in an area where water could be a crisis, what are the concerns they may have, or what kind of what is it that they should be aware of before they start to think about purchasing a home around the Lake Tahoe area?
First of all, before you choose a home around the Lake Tahoe area, make sure you get in touch with me because I can educate you all on the ins and outs about our area when it
Mhm.
comes from the defensible space to winter safe, summer safe,
Mhm.
wildfire safe. So in regards to, yes, we welcome a, a really healthy winter due to the
Yes.
fact that we rely on the snow pack that
Mhm.
creates the runoff that fills up the reservoirs, then goes down the Truckee River and goes all the way to Reno. So
Yes.
the water from Lake Tahoe and Donald Lake feeds Reno. They're
Mm.
really heavily reliant on our water. So we
Yes.
want a healthy winter. When we
Yes.
do have a drought, we need to be very water conscientious. I
Mm.
feel like we need to be water conscientious all year round if we have a drought or no drought.
Yes.
Just make
Yes.
sure that be very, very smart, again, smart, water
Mm.
smart,
Mm.
about how much water you
Yes.
use. Don't waste it. Don't have your sprinkler going in the middle of the day. If you do have irrigation going, make sure it's in the early morning hours or in the late evening hours. Only set it for 15 minutes,
Mm.
each session. Don't have it going for an hour. It's absolutely not necessary. Due to the
Mm.
fact that our temperatures cool off so significantly during the nighttime,
Mhm.
it saturates the ground well,
There
and
you go.
therefore the moisture will remain in the ground for quite a
Okay.
while and
Wow.
sustain it throughout the day.
Wow.
Oftentimes you only need to water like maybe 3 times a week. You don't
Wow.
even have to do it on a
Hmm.
daily program. So
S-
again, really, really being conscientious, being water smart, and not just doing it during a drought year, but really, really making it a habit,
Mhm.
make it a lifestyle, the way you consume water and the way
Mhm.
you treat water. Water is
Yes.
it's a precious gift that we all need. When there's no water coming out of the faucet, we all recognize how valuable it is. And you're taking a
Talk,
little sip now.
talking about water, you got me thirsty, so I thought let me take a little sip.
Good for you.
You made me thirsty, Carmen. And but thank you. I'm glad I had a little water and not vodka by the side, so I took a little sip. Now, uh, in the drought years, are we allowed to water our lawns, or is forbidden around Lake Tahoe area?
It really depends on how significant the drought year is. It might be that you can only water on even days or odd days, or
Mm,
one neighborhood does it on even days, and then the other neighborhood does it on odd days.
I see.
There might be some times when it is absolutely forbidden to water at
Mm,
all. So that's why I would always caution you
mm,
when you consider putting in lawn. I
I
think
see.
there's some better options for landscaping, even
Okay.
with keeping native vegetation, keeping water resistant
Mm,
vegetation
wow.
is another really wonderful way to be
Mm,
water smart.
very interesting. I never thought about that. But yes, you can grow a lot of cactus. That way, you could say, I don't care whether it's water or no water, I'm just going to grow. So a lot of you advise some of your people to grow cactus. All right, that's a silly question. I don't think you should, don't comment on that. But
I
let's talk
don't
about
think that.
let's talk about something more serious, which is prior to becoming someone who is highly recognized in your industry as a professional who helps people find homes. Um, Give us a little bit of backstory. How did you get to make a crossover into this industry? I don't think that after school this is the first thing that you did. You're like, I'm gonna be a real estate professional. What did you do before you did this, and why did you move into this area?
So I actually I'm a trained structural engineer draftsman. But since then,
Oh,
I've explored different careers. I was also a graphic
wow,
artist. I have my degree in graphic arts. Yet
wow.
the real estate industry attracted me due to the fact that I love people. I
Mm,
love relationships. I love fostering my relationship with people, and I love making dreams come true. We live
yes,
in such an amazingly beautiful area. I feel so grateful to be living here, and I
that's right.
really like to extend that opportunity to others and help
Mm,
assist them in navigating how to make that
mm.
dream a reality.
Hmm.
That's what attracted me to going into real estate.
Yes, I have seen you run organizations. I've seen you interact with people in large groups, small groups, and you always get things done. If nobody's unable to, if nobody can do it, they get it to Carmen, she'll get it done. So that's how I first got to meet you in public speaking circles, and I just have this respect for how you get things done. Is that in your German DNA? Is that in your American DNA? Is it because is it the food that you guys eat on Lake Tahoe? Where did that come from? You know how to get things done and you know how to do it right.
I don't know if it's affiliated with my heritage where I live. It's just who I am. I like seeing results. You give
Mhm.
me a task, and if I agree to it, I want you to be able to rely on me to fulfill that task. That
Yes.
is very important. It is an important goal for me.
Yes, and you have no time for BS. It's like time to do it, time to do it. That's why I was freaking out today when this interview was running. This conversation was starting a bit late. I was like, "Oh my God, it's coming! You better be on time. You better get it done on time." And the previous guest, there was an issue, and I needed to smooth it over. But I sent you a message. Please forgive me, and you said, "Don't worry." You, in terms of relationships, you have been able to forge relationships as a leader in a public speaking environment, as a leader in your business. Talk about the importance of relationships when you're helping a client to find a home they can call home. What's the importance of a relationship in making or building that bridge so that somebody feels comfortable?
That is the key point what you just said, feeling comfortable. Because it's an intimate relationship for a very fairly short time. They
Mhm.
have to share quite a bit of private information with me
Yes.
in regards to their financial ability, where they're coming from, what they're looking to achieve, what their family consists of, if they're in-laws, if they're blended families, if are
Mm.
there multiple kids,
Mhm.
multiple generations. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of information that is valuable to help me assist them in the most best way. So that consultation at the beginning, no matter if it's a buyer or a seller, is a key factor that helps me and sets me up to be most efficient and
Mhm.
most effective to assist them in making that dream come true.
Mhm.
And fostering those relationships is very important because I have multiple clients who I serve not only in one transaction but seven transactions. So it
Mm.
is, I always tell my clients, it's not just about this transaction, it is about the transaction that comes from this.
Mm.
Fostering the relations between the transactions. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's they purchase a home and 7 years later they're seeking to sell it for whatever reason.
Mhm.
Life takes them somewhere else or life transitions. So oftentimes it could be that they're selling this home and purchasing another home and purchasing another home and somewhere else. And
Mm.
I also, being affiliated with Engel and Fergus, I have a vast pool and network of other agents all across the Americas as well as into Europe. Right
Mhm.
now, I have my grammar school girlfriend who is seeking to sell her family home in Echterdingen, Germany. And
Mm.
we have an Engel and Fergus office there. So
Oh,
I'm
really?
connecting her with an Engel and Fergus advisor to assist her in that big decision of selling her family home, which is also not just a financial decision, but it's also an emotional decision.
Emotional decision.
And
Yeah.
that is oftentimes part of real estate. It's not just a financial decision, it can also be very, very emotional. And I'm
Mhm.
here to facilitate that process for my clients to make sure that it's smooth, that it is
Mm.
successful, that it
Mm.
is wise, and then make an educated decision. That's what I pride myself in.
Wow. 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 Yes. And I think based on some of the social proof that I see uh, on social media, I like every now and then I see it's a pop up, there's a post about someone you've helped, and then people start to comment. They say, "Oh, it's coming." I say, "Yes." I think that's why you are the first person from this industry that we've had the privilege of inviting onto this platform to share what you do because you do it so well, and people have so much respect for how you do it in terms of those relationships. But are you also saying you can do transactions not only in America but also in Europe, or you mean a cross continental agent?
So I have wonderful advisors all across the Americas as well as
Wow.
Europe that I
Yes.
refer my clients to. Like
Wow.
my grammar
Mhm.
school girlfriend, I won't be able to be there to assist her physically, but
Mhm.
she can call on me for advice. I have an advisor in that area who will be boots on the ground,
Mhm.
hands on,
Yes.
assisting her, but she can call on me to consult.
Wow. Wow. So, how have you seen the evolution of real estate in the last, say, in the last 8, 9 years after the financial crisis? How is the market now? Is it bouncy? Is it a little rigid? Is it a little bit? Is it struggling because of the high interest rates? What's your take on the market now? Before we start to wrap up here in a few seconds, a few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the real estate market is steady. Yes,
Mm.
it's very different than what we experienced during the COVID years.
Mhm.
But the wonderful thing is we have more of a healthy and more of a balanced market again. We
Mhm.
have more inventory for buyers to choose from. The
Mhm.
interest rates are on the higher end right now, yet they're still reasonable. And we're foreseeing that the interest rates will adjust again.
Mhm.
So the high interest rates allows the buyer more choices to choose from and
Mhm.
less competition, which results in a healthier market.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying there's some amazing opportunities to be had right now.
Okay. I like the fact that you said the higher interest rates, it kind of keeps out some of the slackers. It only keeps those who are really, really serious to go out there and look for something. Is there some advice that you have for someone who might be thinking, hmm, where should I go? Should I go to Lake Tahoe? Should I go to the Caribbean? Okay, that's even out of question. what advice do you have to someone who is considering Lake Tahoe area for their second home or the third home? What kind of advice you have for them?
I really feel like the diversity that the Lake Tahoe area has to offer between summer activities, winter activities, there's
Mhm.
something for everyone. If you're a
Mhm.
summer user, it's a great place. If you're a winter ski bunny, it's a wonderful place to visit. Again, the accessibility with the Reno Airport, with Highway 80, making it so accessible for anybody on the western side of California, even Southern California. It's very accessible. It has so much to offer. It's truly an amazing lifestyle that I would
Mhm.
love to share with whoever is interested and gain to invest in this area.
Amazing. How can somebody get in touch with you? I'm convinced if I had the means, I'll be calling you. But maybe I have to think about it and chew over it and put some things together. But I know people that may be interested who watch this channel. Tell us, how did they
The
get in
best
touch
way
with
to
you?
yeah, the best way to get in touch with me would be email Carmen
Mm,
at Carmen Carr. My last name is Carr with two R's .com.
yeah,
Or
comment
call me
at comment car.
530-448-1643.
Say that
And
again
I
because
promise you,
some people are hard
okay,
of hearing. Say that again. What's your telephone number?
530-448-1643.
Voila. And then the email one more time. Comment.
Carmen
Mhm.
at carmencar.com. And I
And this
promise you, when you reach out to me, you'll experience real estate at a higher level.
awesome. And interestingly, you live at a very high altitude, so that I can get it. I don't know if there's a little double entendre there, but comment at comment car. Okay, that's really cool. Now let me leave you with some parting shots. If you go to a coffee place, there's tea, there's coffee. Which are you gonna pick up to put into your cup? Tea or coffee?
T.
Tea. All right, you're a tea person. Um, you got rice and quinoa. Which will you prefer?
Quinoa.
Quinoa. Okay. Um, you got on the table at a party. You have wine. You have margarita. You have vodka. Which would you take?
Wine.
Wine. Okay. That was an amazing conversation. It
Thank
was,
you. Thank you, Gideon.
I appreciate the insight, the wisdom on what you're doing. And I really hope those that are looking should pay attention because I don't know of anybody else that can talk about Tahoe region better than you. And so, all the story warriors, those who have their ears with you, listen, check out Madame Kamenka, talk to her. Don't go burn your money with some agents that don't have any clue what they're doing. Talk to her, and you have your money's worth. Experience real estate at a higher level. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate your time, and I hope we get to talk some other time when the market begins to soften again with respect to the interest rates, and maybe when we do a panel to invite professionals like you to come and chime in. Some will be talking about Minnesota's, some will be talking about the Carolinas, some will be talking about Texas, and we just have the conversation to see who wants to go where because of what you're offering. Thank you so
Sounds
much.
perfect.
Yes. Have a great day.
Thank
And
you.
to all story warriors, we're going to adjourn and we see next time, same place, same time on a different day. Thank you so much. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.